I think they realize how hard it is for me not being there at any in these tournaments. But I think, it's until somebody is not stabbed, I don't think they know the feeling of it.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the 10 times celebrities were attacked by fans. For this list, we'll be looking at incidents when fans have slipped through security and gone to grab their hero for some reason. We won't be looking at times the attack was fatal to the celebrity or when someone was making a political statement. Are there any other memorable times fans attacked celebs? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Justin Bieber, 2013. 2013 was a busy year for Justin Bieber when it comes to fans getting too close and personal. For starters, while in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, the singer was in the middle of a topless dancing routine. An also shirtless fan decided to run onto the stage and hug the startled Bieber. With security MIA, the backing dancers were the first to react and drag the overenthusiastic fella away. With security eventually turning up, the fan was soon yanked from the stage.
I thought that was an extra dancer, bro. Honestly, I didn't know what the...
Next, Bieber was in Dubai and serenading the crowd on the piano until a fan appeared to hug him. But the heavy tackle by security on the fan knocked the piano and caused it to tip over and break. Whoops. Number 9. Beyoncé, 2013. Wow, 2013 was a big year for stage crashers. This time, Queen Bee was performing in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Singing close to the crowd, one massively eager fan thought it was a good idea to grab Beyoncé as she sat on the stage. No idea what their plan was, but regardless, it was stopped by the rushing security who pulled the singer away. She immediately carried on with her set as though nothing had happened. In the year prior, Beyoncé was watching her husband Jay-Z perform at Radio 1's Hackney Weekend. She jumped into a mosh pit to have fun, but it soon soured when a drunk fan began yelling abuse at her. Security soon descended and separated the two. Number 8. Morrissey, 2014. Morrissey gigs seem to regularly have stage invaders coming in and sensually hugging the former Smith singer, who continues as though nothing's happening. And San Jose, California in 2014 was no exception, but it did get pretty intense during the encore. One fan after another appeared on stage to wrap their arms around Morrissey as he continued bellowing his song. The poor security team had a tough evening, as fans kept pouring onto the stage. It eventually got so bad that Morrissey couldn't keep performing as he was forced to the ground by the melee. The band soon rushed to help extract the dimwit devotee. This incident even forced the gig to finish suddenly. Number 7. Gigi Hadid, 2016. A Fashion Week show is meant to be calm and nice as you look at pretty clothes, but some people like to ruin all the fun.
A scary situation at the Milan Fashion Week with Gigi Hadid.
Oh man, this could have gotten a lot worse, you guys.
In 2016, supermodel Gigi Hadid was leaving the Max Mara event in Milan, Italy with her sister Bella. The street was filled with fans trying to see the fashion sisters. However, one attendee decided to sneak up behind Gigi and pick her up. Immediately, the model swung her elbow into his face. He then ran off as Gigi chased after him with some deserved profanity. As security persuades her to get into the car, she tells them to find that man. This guy turned out to be Vitaly Siduk, who tends to harass celebs whenever he can.
He seems to accost celebs for a living. In 2014, he took a swing at Brad Pitt and looked up America Ferrera's dress. He also tried to kiss Will Smith in 2012.
Number 6. Britney Spears, 2017. The Queen of Pop seems to attract a lot of very devoted fans. During a 2017 performance in Las Vegas, Nevada, Spears just finished performing You Drive Me Crazy. As she turns around, Britney sees her security has pinned a guy to the ground on stage.
Spears seems shocked. At one point, her knees visibly buckle as she's heard asking if the man has a gun.
After she asks what's happening, security takes her off stage while other guards and backing dancers deal with the guy. She later returned to finish her set.
According to police, the stage crasher, 37-year-old Jesse Webb, was quickly surrounded, pinned down by Spears' backup dancers before being dragged off stage and arrested.
Another incident involving Spears happened in Connecticut in 2009. As she performs Womanizer, a fan suddenly appears in front of her and begins dancing. The startled Spears moves back as the backing dancers pounce on him. She soon finds her bearings and amazingly continues the song. Number 5. Seth Rollins, 2021. People like to assume that because wrestling is predetermined, wrestlers can't actually fight and would lose a real battle.
Wrestling's fake. Wrestling's not fake!
Well, in 2021, WWE star Seth Rollins proved them wrong. After a match on Monday Night Raw, Rollins was leaving the ring to go backstage. Like an RKO out of nowhere, one fan climbs over the barrier, sprints onto the ramp, and spears the wrestler. However, Rollins already has the guy in a chokehold momentarily as security and officials descend on the impromptu fight and restrain the assailant. At this point, the architect gets up and begins yelling at the guy and mocking him as the shocked audience watches on. Not surprisingly, the assaulter was arrested right after his moronic appearance.
So-called fan, he's in some trouble here. The NYPD arrested him, took him into custody, and now he is facing 2 criminal charges.
Number 4. Slash, 2010. Slash is an icon of the rock scene. And he further increased his legend in 2010 during a gig in Milan, Italy. Performing the beloved Sweet Child of Mine, the Guns N' Roses guitarist was in the middle of his epic solo. However, a topless fan appeared out of nowhere from behind and began sprinting towards the unsuspecting Slash. Just as the guy touches him, a security guard rugby tackles the fan off the stage in a hilarious fashion. Slash, barely inconvenienced, continues playing. However, the guitar was damaged from the fan incident and was replaced by a technician. According to Slash's then-wife, Perla Ferrer, the fan climbed down from the rafters for his brief appearance. Number 3. Dave Chappelle, 2022. Controversial comedian Dave Chappelle took the stage in Los Angeles, California for the Netflix Is a Joke Festival in 2022. As he was doing his routine, a guy slipped onto the stage and tackled Chappelle to the ground.
Make some noise for hip-hop history.
After a brief scuffle, the guy got to his feet and ran past multiple security guards towards the backstage area. Unlucky for him, he was eventually caught by the many people after him. Meanwhile, Chappelle joked with the crowd about the incident. The invader actually had weapons on him and has been charged by the police.
The Los Angeles Police Department confirms to ET that the suspect, identified as 23-year-old Isaiah Lee, jumped on stage armed with a handgun replica that included a knife blade.
Thankfully, no one was hurt badly. Chris Rock then came on stage and jokingly asked Chappelle if the guy was Will Smith.
Was that Will Smith?
Number 2. Miley Cyrus, 2019. Performing at the Primavera Festival in Barcelona, Spain in 2019, Miley Cyrus was attempting to get to her car with Liam Hemsworth. While the crowd of fans were rowdy, things were contained. Until one fan found a gap in security and grabbed Cyrus around the neck. He then tried to kiss her as she fought to get away. Security soon sorted that inappropriate fan out. Miley's fans have a habit of getting way too close to the singer.
A source tells ET that the former Disney star was unsettled by the incident, but is now doing fine.
In 2011, she sang The Climb during a gig in Melbourne, Australia. A fan snuck onto the stage, slipped next to Cyrus, and placed their arm around her. Security took the startled Cyrus off stage as another guard dealt with the fan.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Monica Seles, 1993. In 1993, Monica Seles was the women's world #1 in tennis at only 20 years old. That year, she was in the quarterfinal of the Citizen Cup in Germany against Magdalena Maleva. At one of the breaks in play, Seles was leading the game. As she rested, a fan snuck up behind the tennis icon and stabbed her in the back with a knife. Before the attacker could lunge again, security tackled and restrained him. The assailant was reportedly an obsessive fan of Steffi Graf, a rival of Seles. After the incident, even though she was physically healed, Seles didn't play tennis competitively for 2 years.
And whenever I think about it, it's just very hard.
Even after she came back, that horrible day in 1993 continued haunting her throughout her career.
I just couldn't understand the whole thing. It's like, did it really happen? Is this real, or am I just still dreaming? It's like I was waiting to wake up.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.